Hello everybody, hope we're all safe and well. My name's McLeod and I've been doing some first aid topics in the last couple of films I've had. Next first aid topic we're going to cover tonight is the AED, okay, and how to apply it to a casualty. Now the AED, or defib as it's otherwise known, AED stands for Automated External Defibrillator, and these machines are designed to shock the heart, okay. Basically you put two pads on the individual, or on the casualty should I say, and they deliver a shock. They send signals to the pads via the heart, and they deliver a shock to the heart and hopefully get it beating normal again, okay. These machines are life-saving pieces of equipment, guys, and they're out there in the communities just now. They're in shopping centres, they're in leisure facilities, they're in supermarkets, they're in town halls, they're in community centres, okay, so they're getting more and more readily available because they do save lives. They have been proven to save lives, and they're really high-tech piece of machinery. Alright, now the reason that these are out in public areas, guys, is because you don't have to have training on how to use a defib or an AED. The machine basically tells you everything what to do. It also shows you pictures of where to place the pads, and it talks you through step by step on how to deliver an AED or how to use an AED, okay? So you don't have to have training on it. Yeah, it is great to have some sort of knowledge on AED unit, because obviously you want to know what it does and how it works and things like that, but you don't have to, okay? So I'm going to show you with my wee training unit just now, okay? So this isn't a real live AED unit. It's a wee training unit that I do when I'm training my staff, when I'm training candidates that I'm delivering courses for as well. You can clearly see that even on the actual wee unit itself, okay, so this was only £40. It actually shows you where to put the pads on, even something as simple as that, okay? So again, you can't go wrong with applying a defib or an AED to somebody. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some slides just now, and then I'm going to talk you how to apply it to a casualty, which is my mannequin down here, and I'm going to let you hear some of the instructions that the defib gets you to do, okay? So if we can just turn here through my laptop here just now, guys. Okay, so again, AED stands for Automated External Defibrillator, and basically you've got two different kinds of pads here. Okay, so on the right hand side here you've got the adult pads. Okay, so the adult pads can be used in an 8-year-old and upwards, and you'll tend to find the adult pads are the main pads that you get in public AED units. Okay, so if you go to a supermarket or you go to a leisure centre, 9 times out of 10, guys, these are going to have the adult pads. They will not have the junior pads. Junior pads come at a cost, and the manufacturer, whoever's bought the AED unit, won't have purchased these. Okay, they'll purchase a general population, which is obviously going to be adults. Okay, so the adult pads, the pad placement for the adults is the top right hand pec, okay, and the bottom left hand side rib cage. Okay, so you can clearly see it here and here. That's the pad placement. Even actually on the pads themselves, they show you where to place it on the body. Okay, next picture we've got here is the paediatric pads. Okay, so the paediatric pads go front, centre of the chest and centre of the back there, and the reason for that is because one, they deliver a smaller current, and two, they're a smaller pad and it's a smaller frame that you're doing it on as well. Okay, now a couple of safety considerations when you're using the AED, guys, that you need to be aware of is, one, it's going to deliver an electric shock. Okay, it's an electrical device that's going to deliver an electric shock to this casualty that's lying down there, hopefully to try and get the heart beating again. So you can't touch them. Okay, the machine will actually tell you to stand clear before it delivers a shock, so that you're not touching them, because you will get shocked. Alright. Next one is any jewellery, such as necklaces and things like that. Okay, do not have the pads placed directly on jewellery, guys. Metals that conduct electricity, and you don't want to burn the casualty. You don't want to cause them any further harm. Okay, so you want to either move it or take it off. Next one, it's going to deliver an inappropriate shock, so be prepared to see the body jump. Any implanted devices such as pacemakers. Okay, so if you take somebody's top off, guys, take an unconscious casualty's top off who's not breathing, because you want to apply this defib, and you notice something's protruding on the right hand side, it's usually the pacemaker sitting on the right hand side. If you notice something protruding through the skin, then you want to swap where the pads go. So the pad would go in the top left hand pec and the side right hand rib cage, okay, and the outside. Okay, and that's again because you do not want to put the pad on top of a implanted device such as a pacemaker. Next one, any sort of medi patches. Okay, so if nicotine patch, if you discover that when you're checking a casualty over and you discover they've got some sort of medi patch on, take it off, guys, because any sort of current going through this, any sort of medipatch can cause them to explode as well. Next one is a flammable atmosphere, guys. Okay, so again, please make sure that you're not using these defibs in petrol stations unless you're told to do so. Okay, now the defibs are designed to obviously deliver electric shock, so it's a flammable atmosphere, so you do not want to do that. Alright, you do not want to apply it in a petrol station. Last thing I'm going to tell you is, as well, if you come across a gentleman or a teenager that's got a heavily hairy chest, you might need to shave the areas that you put the pads on, guys. And the reason for that is because the pads need to be in direct contact with skin. You can't have anything in between them, so not even here. And most of your defibs that you find out there in the streets or in the centres and things like that, they will come with a wee disposable razor, and what you're doing is you're just shaving the area or where the pads are grown, so the pads have a good contact. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to demonstrate how we would put the AED on. Okay, so I'm going to simulate that somebody's already doing CPR in this casualty here. So they're doing the chest compressions and the rescue breaths. I've ran away to a community centre or a shop, and I've managed to get the defib. I brought it back. Now I do not want to stop them doing CPR, guys. I want to work around them, okay? So while they're doing CPR, I want to try and get top off as quick as I can, okay? Give it a wee shave as quick as I can, need be, okay? Again, not interrupting the CPR process. I want to look at the pads, okay? And I want to discover where they're going to be placed. So the first pad here is going to get placed on the top of the chest. So if their hand's in the middle here, I'm working round, put them on, nice and sturdy. Other pad on, centre of the side. Make sure they're firmly on, and what you want to do is you want to press the AED unit. Okay, so I'm going to let you hear the AED unit. Okay. So it's telling you not to touch the patient because it's analysing what the heart's doing just now. So it's saying shock's advised because obviously the heart's not being normal. Unit's charging. Again, it's telling you to stand clear, so make sure nobody's touching. And then it's prompting you to actually press the button there, guys, okay? So you would press the button, shock's delivered, see the body jump, then what you would do is check the pulse, casualty still not got a pulse, and you would continue doing CPR. Now what happens is when the person continued doing CPR, you would keep the pads on and just let the unit recharge itself, guys. Now the unit usually takes about 30 to 40 seconds to recharge. Once it recharges, it says that it's going to analyse the heart again, analyses the heart, and it determines whether it's going to need a shock or whether no shock's advised, and then it will give you instructions of what to do, okay? That's basically how easy it is to use an AED, guys, okay? Again, it's a really, really good piece of equipment. If you ever get the chance to see any of your community, have a look at it, okay? In fact, a wee bit of homework for you, if you can do this for us, is find out where your nearest defib is, find out where your nearest AED is to your house, because you never know when you're going to need that device. Alright, that's us there, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed and you've took everything that I've managed to tell you. Stay safe, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.